All right, good afternoon, everyone. Today is August 28, 2021. I'm with the University of Florida's Same Literacy Program, and I'm here with the 4 members of
Winston Smith.
And your names?
Shatana Cooper.
Kidale Smith.
Tijuana Wilson.
And Tamara Wilson.
I guess, where y'all from?
We're from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
And what was his name?
Winston Smith, who was killed on June 3rd of
What's his name? You gotta answer his questions direct. Winston Smith.
Winston Smith.
All right. And who was he? What was he like?
Now you can do all that.
Winston was a comedian. He was a rapper, an artist, entrepreneur. He was a loving father, son, brother, who loved his family very, very much. He was the light in the room, as a lot of people would say.
You wanna? Yeah, so real quick, I know we just said his name was Winston Smith. A lot of people know him as Wince Me Boy for, like my sister just mentioned, for his content. He was a comedian. He did some shows on, did live skits on Instagram. And he also he's done a lot of music for, he's got a lot of music on YouTube, including one that he made about his mom recently. You know, little sweetheart. Just wanted to reiterate some stuff. You want to say anything?
Pretty much got it all in there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
the tragedy, what happened, and why are you guys here?
So, on June 3rd, around
2 o'clock.
No,
It was
around
2:09.
late afternoon. Around 3 or 4 is when I got that knock on the door.
Oh,
I was just going to, make some food, and then I got a knock on the door from 2 BCA officers who, who came to deliver the news of the killing of my brother, and I just want to say the way that they delivered the news, they didn't seem like there was no sympathy, no nothing. It's like they just delivered the news like it was just a Amazon package or something, like it was just daily news, like another typical killing, no remorse, no nothing. And so when I tried to ask, what happened, what went on, how did this happen, I was just going to call him, and they just said that they were in some type of arrest they were trying to do, and I guess in the midst of that, they let off shots, multiple shots. And that's false, because he didn't even get out of the car.
That's cool. I'm over here. All right, so your question was, why are we here?
Yeah.
So basically, like my sister just stated, we're here because my brother was ambushed by the U.S. Marshals. All right. Yeah, which was, now, according to the news articles, it was compromised of Ramsey County, Hennepin County, so 2 different counties here in Minnesota. We're from Minnesota, by the way. 2 different counties in Minnesota, ISIS, but that's all new stuff. I can't actually confirm any of that, but I do know for a fact that there were 2 different counties that should be held accountable that have not come forth and have not, like she said, showed any actual real condolences or care for what they did. And so now what's currently going on is they sent my brother's case to a different county 2 hours away from where it happened, which is not very diverse from what I'm hearing, according to tons of different sources. So, this I've told this happened with multiple cases, big cases, where they'll send it out to a county that it doesn't seem like it's in our favor to actually get any justice for what happened. The officers' names have not been released. So yeah, the officer's name has not been released. They're claiming no body cameras, and they're standing on that they're not going to release this information until after whether or not this attorney decides to say yay or nay whether he decides to take them to trial or not. But until then, they're not trying to give us any information.
Okay. And how's the community doing, or your neighborhood or your family, like, to the absence of Winston?
It's been a lot. It's been very difficult. You know, my sisters and my mom here, man, it's been heartbreaking just, you know, just hearing that. I mean, it took my mother a couple months just to even leave the house, you know. I've been out here trying to, you know, speak on my brother's name. It's been very difficult. Just been arguments, a lot of, it's been, it tears you down, you know what I'm saying? Like, I keep trying, I want people to know, like, the difference between losing someone that passes away and having your family member's life stolen, it's a different effect, you know? I mean, there have been dreams that, you know, my sisters had about my brother. My mom is, you know, she's been crying, she's been going through. I won't put out too much of her business. My sister's been out here trying to fight, you know, and like it really tears you down. Like the community. You know what? I think
they're trying to keep his
I don't have much.
alive as much as they can by embracing his music, embracing his artistry, embracing the person that he was. Because he has such an impact. He did, his skits are so funny, you know, and we're trying to keep that memory alive of him, you know.
If I can say something, one thing about the community, like, it's a lot of people that came from across the world and came up and said, oh, like, justice for you guys, because his videos came out to, like, all the way to the UK. When the UK was watching his videos, people down south, like, he was starting to become worldwide. And my brother, he protests for him every day for the 2.5, 3 months since, you know, he passed. And like, on that note, it feels good that, like, the community is helping, but it also, it kind of tears you down because it's not a lot of people at those protests either, you know? So it's like, how are we going to fight something if we don't have a big enough army type thing? So, yeah.
Definitely takes a good.
All right, one more thing about the community question. So she just brought it to my attention. There has been, I want to acknowledge the community that has been out there fighting, which is good because they're like fed up with this. So they've been doing a lot of work. They've been making banner signs, getting the word out, making a website. You know, which is it's been a short amount of people, but I'm thankful for that. To the rest, I'm actually I want to say I'm disappointed because it's like, how many people gotta die before people get out here? You know, you see people in the first 2 weeks and they're strong, they're going hard. They're like, you know what, justice for George Floyd, Dante Wright didn't deserve this, Winston Smith was a good man. And then 2 weeks later, they're back at home.
See? I guess, like, any last final thoughts to this? I'm sorry, this time's coming up now.
No.
What's up?
Yeah, any last thoughts or final things you want to say to your voice to be heard in this
Y'all got anything before?
We just want, you know, justice for our brother. It wasn't videotaped, so things that's not videotaped don't get a lot of recognition.
So they say.
So they say, exactly. And we want the truth out there. We want the BCA to stop covering up murders. You know, and just justice, because we should not have to be here. No family should not have to be here. We shouldn't have to do this interview.
Again, as I stated before, I want the government, it starts off with them because they're more higher. I want the government to have the BCA to have my son's case to be open to get justice of the U.S. Marshal that literally planned it, kill my son.
What was his name again?
Winston Smith.
Justice for Winston Smith. And
Yeah, you can follow a page on Instagram. Winston Smith was assassinated. If you want to know more about what happened and to get more information on his case.
I'll try to be quick. I know you're on time. So I just got a quick message to, so you said just one more thing to say. I got a message to the community that believes in the police and the community that, you know, decide that doesn't. So to the side that does, you know, I really want y'all to actually look and to the police. You know what I'm saying? Actually look at the videos. I know you don't want to see how they killing black people. You think it's just some facade, and it doesn't. No, this has been happening for years. So I want you to wake up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not out here because this is fun. Okay, this is a thing that has been continued for years. And to a community that is against the police, stand up, get out here, stand up with us, because there's power in numbers, and the more people that just get out here.
Thank you so much, y'all. Thank you for coming out here, and that's the interview.
Thank you for having me.